Here from Yellowstar there with a lot of respect to High. Of course, this guy has been able to shot call their way through so many of these tournaments, especially at Worlds. I'm looking back to last year where it was Talon sitting in brushes towards the opposite side of the map against Samsung Blue. All sorts of ridiculous stuff. I mean, it almost worked.
The secret Agent Z move,
yeah,
one of my favorites, even though they lost.
Brilliant stuff.
And I have to say, a lot of people, I mean, High definitely deserves all this credit for his shot calling, but he makes some very, very risky calls. And I think Incarnation and Sneaky particularly also deserve some credit because some of the Baron calls that High has gone for balance on the tip of a knife's edge. And it's because of a couple really good outplays by Incarnation and Sneaky in those Baron fights that Cloud9 barely get away. They get a couple people out with the Baron, and then they're able to make use of that really well because of the split pushing.
Yeah, that's exactly right. But before we get into Champ Select, let's run down the rosters. For Europe's #1 seed, it is Fnatic. In the top lane, it is going to be Huni. We'll see whether he's playing solo queue or whether he's decided to join his team for this one. It's Rainover is going to be in the jungle. For Bivin in the mid lane, Reckless and Yellowstar there on the bottom lane, and Coach Daylor. We'll see how these guys go, whether they can get some revenge against Cloud9.
I just don't want to see the Yasuo into the Darius again from these guys. If we could get a real top lane matchup, that'd be great.
That would be great.
I seriously doubt that we will see that exact matchup take place again. But lining up across for them for North America, it's Cloud9. Up top is Balls. In the mid lane, or jungle.
We got you too.
We were talking about too much high mid lane.
Now in the mid lane is Incarnation. AD carry is Sneaky, and the support is Lemon Nation. Bubba Dub, the man on your screen right there, gonna be on stage coaching them as well. Now, I'm really, really interested in this mid lane matchup because even in the losses for Fnatic, Fabivin has been so good for them. Meanwhile, for Cloud9, Incarnation, he actually has the second most damage per minute of any player here at Worlds, second only to NL.
Yeah, 734, which across 3 games is huge.
He's come up so big for this team.
But my question is, what happens when they don't get the Tristana paired with the Azir and the Veigar? We've seen their strat. Fast push the tower, everybody walks to mid lane. CLG was doing the exact same thing. The code was cracked against CLG. I think it's going to get cracked here too.
Well, we are going to hop into Champion Select right now, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see how this one's going to go. Of course, one thing that I want to point out is the fact that we have 3 teams that are sitting on 1 and 2. But Fnatic's 1 was pretty impressive. They only dropped 1 kill.
Also, remember that when Cloud9 beat Fnatic, they actually were at a gold deficit in their victory in the previous matchup here.
And not to mention that Fnatic, first blood in every one of their games, they've secured it for themselves. Cloud9 has been first blooded in every game so far.
Look at the picks here, or the bans so far from Fnatic. Yeah, pretty strong coming out here. Both High and Lemonation have been putting in a lot of time on Tom Kench, so that's where that ban comes from.
Yeah, Lulu the final ban there for Cloud9 after the standard Gangplank and Mordekaiser, but Elise, the first pickup from Huni for Rainover.
Head the duck number 2 incoming.
Here we go. I've seen this one before.
Cloud9's been prioritizing this Darius, but now, you know, we've seen that there are some counter picks. Will Huni play the Fiora? Will Huni play the Renekton? He was very disrespectful in the Darius matchup in their last game, ended up seriously costing them. And what they need to do to break... No.
I want to see
it. Rainover's having a giggle right now.
Having a giggle.
On your screen. So trolling his teammate, lightening up the atmosphere before the game. But
he says, hopefully.
Get the wave clear if you're Fnatic. Just get wave clear. Stave off the big 5-man grouping that Cloud9 likes to do in the mid lane and punish it with a powerful split pusher on Huni. That's what I want to see. They tried to just wombo combo them in the mid lane last game. Didn't work. There was too much kite from Cloud9. They want people to walk into Balls as Darius.
Well, Huni considering the Gnar for the counter pick here for Darius. For Bivin, he's still going to be hovering that Yasuo, but one thing I want to talk about is this lock-in of the Jinx as well. You mentioned Sneaky on the Tristana, but already opting to go away from it.
There we go. Kennen and Gnar. So another...
Is that a triple flex? That's the question.
Well, can't be top lane right now unless we're going something really wacky. It's not Unicorns of Love, so it's probably not going to be a jungle Gnar.
I also don't think it's Fabivin mid here, so I'm pretty sure that is a support Kennen already. Now, Kennen coming from the support lane makes him even squishier. He has to be very careful. that is a prime reset target for Balls. Whenever somebody has locked in Darius, you have to be fairly careful with the way you set up your
Balls
team comp.
and Sneaky as
and
well.
don't give him a reset target, because just one person going down increases Darius attack damage by a tremendous amount. Not to mention he can easily 5-stack somebody with just an auto attack. So whoever the Kennen player is going to have to play fairly carefully.
Well, we'll see what Yellow Star is going to do with that pick, as 7 seconds to go. Cloud9 need to make up their mind here, and High looking to go back to the Lee Sin once again, like he did last time they matched up against Fnatic, and Incarnation takes the Orianna.
Yeah, so he's got a little bit of speed boost there that he could give to the Darius, but overall a fairly versatile team fighting team here for Cloud9 so far.
I'm seeing the exact same thing that we saw in their other games. Control Mage in the mid lane, fast tower pushing with the Jinx, long range for the Sieges, and a composition that wants to kite after setting up around a tower. So we're not really seeing any diversity really from Cloud9 strategically yet, and Ashe is a great answer to this.
Guaranteed
It's
engage
going to be locked in.
would be interesting. Okay, so now we do have the multiplexer. It's going to be a jungle Shen or a jungle Gnar. You can jungle Gnar as well.
It's going to be a jungle
Oh, just
Elise.
kidding. Oh, yeah, just kidding.
Is that an AD cannon?
It is.
Oh my goodness, this is one of
Absolute.
my absolute all-time favorites. It's a huge shout out back to, I can't even remember his name. Who was the massive AD cannon player from, I think it was about a year ago. We'll wait to hear back from that, but man, I love this pickup.
I'm
Okay,
a
well,
little flabbergasted.
You don't exactly get much range. You see, he fell out of favor once he lost about 500 range on his auto attack, unfortunately, the old cannon. But this is odd, most definitely.
So, yeah, we have seen duo lane Kennen being fed the farm before. This is going to be very, very interesting because I haven't seen it in a long time. Is it going to be a duo ninja lane?
Oh,
With the
that
support
would be
Shen?
thematically kind of cool.
I
Well, has
believe
to be,
it
doesn't
is, yeah.
Who else is going to be the support?
So Reckless and Yellowstar are going to go with the ninja bot lane.
Well, one great thing about AD Kennen is that he's actually very good in a split push situation because of his 1v1 potential, considering he's got a lot of hard crowd control.
Not
And
to
he's a
mention
very
his
big
self-heal.
bully. He's a very big bully.
Also, he can fairly easily keep out of Darius' range. This is going to be very, very interesting. I want to see if they go for a lane swap with the duo ninjas.
I have no idea what's going on.
Because,
Yeah.
okay, so one important thing for Fnatic is that with the odd bottom lane that they locked in, they have guaranteed wave code. They have the Victor in the mid lane. That was going to be the ones we were going to be looking at specifically. And Forbidden will take the Victor there for that purpose.
And that was really the key to me, is that you need that strong wave clear in order to prevent the sieges that were coming down.
Yeah.
The engage here, though, from Fnatic, if they have Flash on Gnar, Flash Gnar ultimate could be very, very devastating for this Cloud9 lineup.
Well, I'm going to be looking to the early game here and see if they've got any clever plans for the hard CC on both Elise and Kennen to make some plays around that bottom duo.
Well, we'll see what they do, but with the lineups locked, be sure to tell us who you think will come out on top by tweeting at LOL Esports. Use the hashtag FNC win or C9 win, and we'll check on the result in just a few minutes. But the ninja bottom lane, Kennen and Shen versus Jinx and Morgana, and I have to think it might be a little bit of a range advantage here for Cloud9. If we do get standard lanes, that's the big question.
It's still really dangerous because of the amount of harass that could come out early on in the Shannon lane, I guess we'll call it.
Beautiful. It's better than Ken, I think, because that's only half of Ken, and it's just a little bit weird.
All right, I'm really curious to see if there's a lane swap and see how they want to utilize this lane, because I would think that Cloud9 would just want standard.
Oh, well, first blood is going to be drawn here by Forbidden in the mid lane. Puts down his ward as well. So much money.
This is going to be a weird one. There's not really great engage from either team here.
Oh my goodness, they didn't go double medic lane either.
They are going to be, heavily dependent on Flash.
Apologize.
The synergy
Yeah, I
is
know.
lacking.
It's
You
a
had
big
a
deal.
chance.
It's a big deal.
You had a chance, Fnatic.
No synergy for Shen in here.
Skinnergy.
Oh dear.
All right, so Cloud9 are going to go with, let's see if they reveal themselves on the ward early, though. I have to wait here till minions come through.
And Victor at the moment, not with the most gigantic win rate.
Ooh, High could get himself into danger. They do have a ward, and it's going to see all of Fnatic, so Cloud9 should be just fine now. They've spotted the whole team.
And we are going to get
the duo. They are going to find them.
Yeah, we're going to get standard lanes when all is said and done as Sneaky Elimination head up.
Even start here, though. The Shannon lane is going to be able to get the Gromp as well. Oh, no, they're not. They're just bypassing it.
You never bypass the Gromp. That's especially if you're Surgeon Shen. That's why he's bypassing, you know.
The problem is when
surgery going on.
Pass Gromp, do not collect 45 gold.
We'll see how many times he bypasses it. It's Reckless taking the W here, and 80 Cannon, of course, the reason why he was good. Does have that extra auto attack augmentation with his W there, the Lightning Surge.
Yeah, we'll check in on this the spam of the harass here from the duo ninjas. Right now, they're just focusing on the...
Whoa! Level 2 hit by Forbidden. Lots of damage onto Incarnation there in the mid lane.
We'll be forcing some pretty favorable trades early, but Incarnation just be able to hold on for a little bit longer. And I want to see how Huni does, because that's been the big question mark, right? How is Huni going to be doing in some of these 1v1 lanes, because he hasn't fared too favorably so far this tournament.
Gnar into Darius, much better than the Yasuo into him. So let's see how well Huni uses that range advantage to grab harass in the early stages.
That being said, Marin made the matchup look pretty easy in the opposite direction there against Amazing J yesterday.
Well, influenced heavily by junglers.
That's a good point.
Also,
pretty much any
by
lane is
being Marin versus Amazing J. Must be said.
I didn't want to say it. Left that one.
The sustain here from the Ken and Shen lane is impressive, though. You can see Reckless will go for the harass, trying to get his combo. Once you charge up for the Shuriken, High gonna find Rainover. Hits the Spider, though.
Kills the Spider Link. Cocoon lands as High's taking a fair bit of damage, decides not to go into Spider form. There it is! As now Incarnation making his way over, trying to get some damage onto the Spider as they head all in for it. First blood to Rainover as there's Yellow Star just comes down from the top lane as Incarnation's gonna fall as well. Yellow Star grabbing a kill, and that's the best ninja play I've seen from Shen ever, I think.
Sneaking in right behind up until he revealed himself and taunted. But yes, I mean, good early roam there. Fnatic had the top opened up. They had everything pushed forward so they could get the angle on the backside of the mid lane.
Bold move there by High, going for the super aggressive play. If you fail that and don't land your Q on the Elise, really big turnaround there. And he does cost the mid lane. Meanwhile, Reckless gets Q'd.
Yellowstar making his way in here as Summoner Hill has been blown by Sneaky. Reckless also has his down as Yellowstar just getting very far up in this lane.
And this is what I wanted to see out of Yellowstar. To me, Yellowstar had a very average to slightly below average first week of competition. He was kind of messing up his engages, wasn't being as surprising on the map as I usually like to see him be, but that was a great play. Comes back talking to Reckless while he comes into that top side. Reckless not worried about getting hit by that binding, and Yellowstar really turning things around. So we're seeing a lot more in this game, even though we're 5 minutes in, than we saw really out of Yellowstar in that first week of competition.
You can see as well how safe it is for Reckless to play so far up. Does have that Lightning Rush, can reposition very quickly as Yellowstar is going to find Elimination. Oh, they're torn out of the way of the Dark Binding. The Chompers are going to go down. Elimination gets flashed on. Reckless grabs a kill onto him, and Sneaky trying to turn it around. The Ignite's ticking, but it's not going to be enough. Yellowstar just being a big, bulky Shen. And that is going to be the kill for Fnatic as Incarnation now in trouble in the mid lane. Once again, Rainover walks out of the gravity field. They want to give it to Forbidden. Not going to happen as Red Buff takes it for Rainover.
Cloud9 crumbling everywhere.
There's some revenge being acquired here for Fnatic.
Yeah, Elimination face checks the mid bush there. Get a kill for the Shannon lane. And then a repeat gank on mid. Very smart by Rainover. Goes for the flash cocoon, even though he misses it. Able to land the gravity field there for Forbidden. They know that there's no flash on Incarnation. Meanwhile, down bottom, Balls is the next target.
Aggressive, but does get the heal from the Q. Flashes to safety.
Yeah, but Rainover really making the place on the map already. He's blown several summoner spells, had a couple very successful ganks, and really out-jungling High at this point in the game. And this is the Fnatic that I thought we'd be seeing last week. They started off a little bit slowly, but they are coming roaring out of the gate. And here we go, coming back around, balls, 50%.
Yep, there's the Nara into the wall. Doesn't quite get the stun, but there's the wall of balls. In a bunch of trouble. Huni is going to fall down. It's a 1-for-1. Balls is able to get one back.
Yeah, Cloud9 get on the board here. They get one kill, but still a lot lost here at the turret. Reignover can just clear out this wave very quickly, and a bunch of minions going to go down. Balls does not have teleport, can't get back there, so big wave lost.
Incarnation, despite the fact that he's fallen down a couple of times, still ahead by about 5 here in the mid lane, so farming out quite nicely as Reckless going aggressive here on the top side. There's actually the Bilgewater Cutlass as the taunt comes in as well. Lemon Nation stunned up for a long time, and Reckless just following him out. Easy kill. This Shannon lane doing some work.
Devastating early lane here from the duo ninjas, and Reckless is going to go for the attack speed build to get those Mark of the Storms charged up even quicker.
Also just gives him a better dueling presence too for later in the game. So coming in, I mean, Yellowstar again finding a tricky path right there where you can see they really chained the CC beautifully, just waiting until the absolute last second to pop that taunt, which does ostensibly give perhaps a window for a Black Shield, but if you do it properly, there really wasn't any chance, and by the time the Black Shield came up, it was just too late.
Yeah, this has turned into a massacre very quickly.
Very quickly. Do you think it has a lot to do with the fact that Reignover has managed to pick up this Elise? Last time around, we saw C9 on the blue side were able to ban that one away, and his impact has been so huge this game.
It's definitely helped, for sure. He's been able to make plays using the Elise. That gank in the mid lane wouldn't have been possible. Otherwise, Reckless going to get hit by the traps.
Yeah, there it is. The taunt lands as well into Sneaky. This is looking all too easy for Fnatic, but the flash is going to get Sneaky to safety. Lemon Nation over the top. Able to get Duke out of the way. Decent binding there onto Yellowstar, but he's pretty tanky right now.
Yeah, they just can't chase it. Fnatic
So
are just
zoned.
too far ahead right now from the duo lane. Massive CS lead, take the turret as well. Map pressure, deep wards, and kills. They've got everything.
Yep, Reignover's back here in the bottom lane as well, as there's the Stand United. Huni trying to get the work done. The shutdown comes in as High makes his way down, though, and Fnatic, they have to get out of there. It is a 1-for-1 in the end. Yellowstar, in fact, grabbing the kill. He's the worst medic I've seen. He's killing people all over the map.
It's okay, he's still doing bypasses though. So.
Yeah, that's true. Got to bypass everything. As
What are you gonna
Meganard's
transform?
coming in, Incarnation immediately stunned against the wall. Wall goes down, Chaos Storm! As Forbidden comes in as well, and High is going to secure the 1-for-1. Can he make it out of here though? Chaos Storm hunts him for a bit. Yellowstar flashes after him. Bloodthirsty support action, but Balls did have to teleport back up once more. We'll see whether he can catch up to Shen. Both of them very slow. Dark Binding going to be dodged here by Forbidden. Gravity
Level
field goes
4,
down.
elimination.
Stun comes in, the ignites there. Will he be able to find it? Nice shield coming out from the Q. Elimination can't quite get it.
Yellowstar and Reckless already there to back him up, and Reckless coming down into the bottom side of the map and then pushing forward onto the turret. And Fnatic, they may be making some even trades on this dive, but they keep taking these objectives. They keep applying pressure.
Yeah, there's the apprehend onto Yellowstar. Just Shadow dashes his way away. Balls gets stunned there by Reckless. Decent use of the Mark of the Storm there to make sure that this Darius is kept at bay.
And wow, pre-12 minutes, Reckless already up about 1,200 gold on Sneaky.
Is going to have a very hard time to get out of this one.
Oh, and Sneaky's going to get caught out by Reignover as well. No turret to sneak off to, but does get the chompers down. High makes his way in. Is he going to be able to find the kill? Oh my goodness, Huni throws it out. It is going to be Reignover grabbing another one. High on the run. The boomerang's good. Hyper Proc's going to be there for the speed up. And High kicks him out of the way, but the Krugs secure the kill. Look at that Krug Oh man, even the animals of Summoner's Rift able to come to the aid of Huni this time around.
And we just got confirmation that this is the largest gold lead at 10 minutes outside of a game containing the Bangkok Titans.
I thought you were going to say LGD for a second there.
It is a tremendous differential.
In true ninja fashion, Fnatic did get the surprise on Cloud9, and they made use of it.
Oh boy.
I'm so happy about the fact that AD Cannon's back.
Back for one
Back?
game.
Back. I'm calling it back. I'm happy.
Back
I'm
from
I'm
your
calling it back.
dreams?
Yeah, back from my dreams.
Back from, what, Genja maybe?
Yeah.
I don't think it was. Still trying to rack the brain.
Well, Genja
Yeah.
definitely played it.
He definitely did play it. It did become a thing for a bit there.
Representing EU here. Reckless,
Yeah.
Reckless with the EU pride.
Well, now we have a question because now that Fnatic has shown this, Kennen becomes an even more slippery pick in the draft. Where the hell is he going?
Yeah.
Play it anywhere but jungle right now. Reignover wrapping back around just to push him off the turret and secure another tower. Oh, they're not done there.
Yeah, teleport comes in. Huni with a decent Nahbar on this one as well. As Reignover with so much damage. Another Nara into the wall. Elimination's going to die. This bottom lane constantly dying. High trying to turn something around here in the mid lane for Viven. Trying to dodge out of the way of a potential Q, but High doesn't even throw it.
All right, now Yellow Star and Reignover running around as the duo. Incarnation does back off, though, to safety, so he'll be okay.
It was such a beautiful TP by Huni, coming in at just the right time for the Narbar, and then hopping over the wall to instantly hit his Gnar ultimate. High wrapping around, he wants to get a kick.
He's going to find it there as Elimination gets it delivered. Decent transfer power, but it's not quite going to be enough to save him. Yellowstar still aggressively moving towards Incarnation, but can't get it.
Also popped the
Dragon gonna
Stand
fall.
United there, so Shen ultimate is down. Dragon taken from Fnatic, though, and they've got a massive lead.
Yep, High bouncing around the mid lane here as well as Yellowstar. Oh, these players are so good.
Fnatic feeling very confident early in this one, even as they have zero defense on this turret, and see balls come around.
Yeah, it does get the upper hand on Reignover, instantly destroyed. This could spell the outer turret in the mid lane as well for Cloud9.
All right, they also have bottom lane pushing, so it's not just mid. They're going to get pressure on two lanes here. Can Sneaky get up in time? He has to worry about the kill pressure of Kennen, though. Kennen not only has the electrical surge to charge forward in the lane, but he also has the Blade of the Ruin King. If he gets in range of you, he's going to pop the ultimate, slow you down. You have to be very, very careful. There's a lot of kill pressure just from Kennen and himself in the lane now.
Yeah, we'll see what Reckless decides to build second. I would like something like a static shiv, especially if he's gone hyper defend.
More lightning, that's what
Yeah,
Kennen needs.
more
It's
lightning.
the
Exactly.
rush, thematic synergy going on.
Yeah, you picked up on what I like in League of Legends. Thank
Lightning.
you. Thematic correctness.
Are you a Pikachu lover too?
I know for a fact he's also a fan of Luden's Echo.
It's not lightning though, it's more like sad purple drops. Purple rain, Prince's favorite item.
Oh, well, blue buff. Ended steal here from Fnatic. Sneaky is making his way around, but for Viven, going to secure that one. High didn't quite get there in time.
Well, this fast push has definitely been severely slowed due to the amount of dives and pressure that Fnatic has put on early. The amount of crowd control that they have in every single lane combined with the Elise, their pick pressure has been through the roof, and they've used it very efficiently so far.
All right, High gonna go for a play here, but Reckless just backs off. With the amount of gold that Fnatic have, they can just continue to pressure all lanes.
Yeah, and Ball's just going to die here on the top side in between his turrets. High making his way in, looking for Yellowstar, but it's pretty tanky. There's the flash kick as Lemination's trying to pick this one up. Shadow Dash comes out, another Q lands, exhaust immediately onto High. The binding dodge by Yellowstar, gets through the base gate. High still wants it, misses the Q, has to get out, but can't. He's going to walk towards the inhibitor turret.
The optimism rocket.
Maybe Rocket doesn't find him. Casually lists to the left, I believe is what you call that maneuver. Reckless, he's trying to answer this one. Stand United. Yellowstar with the place for Viven. Secures the kill over the top. And Fnatic in the meantime take two turrets in the top lane.
C9 is just so desperate right now to do anything, and they are just getting shut down player for player.
Oh, Huni flashes out of the shockwave there as Balls and Incarnation still going in. Apprehend doesn't find him. That would have been so close as now the Mega Gnar's going to come through. Reignover bounces on top of him, but Huni doesn't need it. Viven out from the side, and man, the fights continue. They seem to continue in Fnatic's favor.
A weird Victor ult there, but you can't fault Fnatic. They just thoroughly outplayed Cloud9 across the map. In the process, they get an inhibitor turret at 15 minutes into this game. This is an incredibly dominant performance from Fnatic.
Yeah, at this point, Cloud9 just looking to try and get kills for morale's sake. Chasing people all the way into the
Morale
base here.
kills.
Yes.
I see how it is.
Yep, I think I've heard of one of them before.
We had another optimism rocket here at
Yeah,
the
we
bottom
did.
side.
Yeah, the casual maneuver to the left.
Well, you're just not.
Sick outplay.
I mean, there's a flash on the shockwave, and you're just not going to be able to beat Fnatic right now in these 2v2s.
look-
They're way too far ahead.
Look at that expert tiptoeing
Q
just
and
outside
apprehend.
of the range there of Darius. Huni put in some practice after
Yeah.
being the victim of a pentakill from Darius.
Cooney's revenge.
Cooney's
Oh
revenge.
my goodness. Okay, Reckless is going for the Hurricane. So he wants to stack as many marks to the storm on as many people as possible.
You know what? Dash is cracking up on the analyst desk right now because his favorite thing is the Blade of the Rune King, or excuse me, the Rudon's Hurricane Cannon.
Oh, but Balls trying to get something done. Reckless able to flash his way out of there. Super Mega Death Rocket just sails over nonchalantly, and Rainover now running away from Balls, who's overextended a bit. He's going to fall down. Yellowstar grabs it, and Fnatic are demolishing C9. Incarnation, no mana, no health. Sneaky, it's going to explode. That was Freudian. Forbidden's going to wander away from the inner turret.
You know what happened? Well, never mind. That's.
I think we're done.
Oh, I was looking forward to the hole you were about to dig yourself.
Well, you like educational casts, right?
Oh my goodness.
Some biology for when the human body dies.
Oh my goodness.
Muscles release and certain things.
Yes, indeed. Indeed.
I like how there was warning, there was preamble, we were talking about digging.
He just encouraged me. He was like, you know what?
Anyway.
We got to have lessons in every cast.
That's right.
You know what else I learned today from Monty, actually?
Oh my goodness, that was
What did you learn?
Kangaroo
Yeah,
leather is the optimal leather to use in whip making.
Yes,
close.
it
I
is.
didn't even know this, I'm Australian.
Yesterday was the noodling episode.
Now it's the whip making.
Today
And before
is
you get ideas,
the
this
50
is for,
Shades episode.
No, it's not. It's for cattle herding, Kobe.
I don't know. Are you watching
We
the
went
same
through
game
that one
I'm
as well.
watching?
You'd already learnt this, Kobe. Well, Lemonation and Hooney going to discover each other here, and Fnatic just looking for a way to tighten the noose. Or the lasso.
Oh, God. All right.
Gonna get it right.
I take it back. I take it back. Let's get back into gameplay here for Cloud9, 4 mid top. Can they? No, I don't think they can. Hooney by himself here. Yellowstar coming in for some support. Makes the dive very difficult, but they're still going for it.
Yeah, Hayad's actually going to face check this one as they lock down the Dragon as well. Yellowstar just casual ward over the side. They can't get the damage down as Hooney's just left to the wolves here. He's going to get dunked. Meanwhile, just
They did it.
turrets falling down in the bottom lane.
I mean, it doesn't
What'd I
matter.
tell? Morale kills.
Morale kills for the morale turret trade. Now, they do have the Jinx, so they're going to be able to push pretty quickly right here, but Fnatic just roaring up the bottom lane. They're already on the inhibitor turret. Looks like we may see a base race. Okay.
Well, you may as well go for it. Of course, Jinx with a lot of turret damage, but they are going to back away.
If you can't beat him at League of Legends, try and beat him in a
killing
race.
stuff. Yeah.
Well, they may just give up an inhibitor for free here. Jinx still not back, Orianna not back, and that was 2 turrets for 2 turrets and an inhibitor. Trade, C9 seeing if they can make it work, but
Yeah, I think we know where the worths are coming from. Particular all chat conversation as Yellowstar's hunting Incarnation. There's the shockwave to stop him. That's a big cooldown as Yellowstar just shadow dashing to get in range. Let's get a key strike, but not going to find too much more.
They escape.
well,
All right.
if Fnatic wins this game, then my hope of the 4-way tie is still alive. We're going game by game
is
here.
alive.
If Cloud9 win this game, then I will never, ever bet against them.
Interesting. This may result in some conversations later, Kobe. I may be willing to take you up on that.
Something Spawn reference.
All right, well, Fnatic looking for a Baron now. Still a couple wards outside of the pit, so Cloud9 not going to be fooled quite yet.
Last year, when Cloud9 were facing a deficit kind of like this, we got the famous high on Zed, top secret ninja moves, trying to pull out creative ways to get back in the game and go for base races and split push opportunities, because you cannot fight the team straight up 5-on-5.
Well, they may have a slight opportunity. Hooney now without
If they
Mega
can't
Knight
get creative.
finding lands. But the siege on the inhibitor continues. Inhibitor open on the bottom side, giving them some breathing room.
Yeah, they
They're
have
in no rush.
to be careful here. Wait for those super minions to come in. They don't have the best siege composition. Hooney has already taken a lot of poke damage by hopping over that wall and providing that front line.
Hooney's getting pretty low here. Ball's definitely eyeing that execute. Got to watch the rage bar as well, though. Meganar.
Yeah, starting to
Will
build up.
deny and execute. Huge amount of HP.
Oh,
gain.
Sneaky gets caught by the cocoon, and the Shadow Dash goes down so low, but not dead just yet. Inhibitor may suffer from this one. Double knockbacks, but look at all of the AoE action as Balls trying to get something done. High locks down the first one, but it's already a double kill for Viven. Make that a triple as they are tearing apart the base, and there's just too much damage. It looked okay. C9 just don't have enough to work with.
Super minions here too. This is going to be the end of the game with everybody except for High dead.
Fnatic came to play week 2.
Yeah. They have something to prove on Summoner's Rift this time around. The Nexus is going to be falling, and Fnatic looking so much better this time around against Cloud9. And Huni, you know, that man in the top lane, playing the tank, playing the team player, looking a whole lot better.
22 minutes this game. This is probably the shortest game that we've had so far at this World Championship. And not only that, Fnatic had 26 kills in those 22 minutes. So it has been an absolute massacre of Cloud9 in this game.
We did have that one surrender, but yeah, this one, Nexus kill at 22, that is impressive from Fnatic.
This is the Fnatic I expected to see coming into Worlds.
You expected to see the Shen Cannon?
I did not expect to see that. But this level of play, and this is also the Cloud9 I expected to see coming into this World Championship. They had a great first week, but they're really going to have to rally today. They only really need one win to make it into quarters, but that's a pretty devastating blow.
Yeah, that one strategy not paying off all the time as well. We'll see whether Cloud9 can pull out these high strategies, whether they can get something crazy happening for the next couple of games. But look, Fnatic just looking so strong. And we mentioned the difficult week, sort of the disappointing week the first time around. And they're coming back with something to prove, but this is what we're expecting, and we'll see whether they continue it out.
This is kind of what happened. So Cloud9, they take, like we said, some very risky calls. They continue to make risky calls if they get behind. So the end of the risk is if you continue to snowball like that, then you get games like this.
Yeah. Sure.
And you won't lose in a very slow, drawn-out fashion. You'll lose in a spectacular fashion like this.
And I like how Reckless gets a sweet haircut and then plays 80 cannon with a Hurricane as well. I mean, it's just my favorite thing that I've seen thus far.
New look in the physical world, new look in the digital world this week.
Mark of the Storm for everybody.